Hey guys, welcome to the Hey DJ Show. I'm your host, DJ Jimenez. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're over on YouTube, please go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more content. You could also catch this wherever you get your podcasts. And do consider following me on every social media platform. With all that boring stuff out of the way, I'm happy to introduce my next guest, Camden Flynt. Camden, how are you?
Hello, I'm good.
All right. Thank you so much for coming. I know you're a little bit nervous, but so on a scale of 1 to 10, where are you right now?
Right now, I'm about like a 6. But when I first walked in, I was like at a 10 because it was quiet. You were setting up. We weren't really talking. And I was like, okay, what's going to happen?
I know. Well, this is your first time doing this, and that's expected. And like I said to you and to like all my future guests, is that it's my job as the host to make you feel comfortable, to make sure it's fun for you and fun for anybody watching and listening. Mm-hmm. So, I got you. So let's dive in real quick. I know it's a little bit cliche and a little bit awkward, but let's start with like a little bit about yourself. Yeah. So, where do you go to school right now?
Okay, so I go to Georgia Highlands, but I just transferred to Chattahoochee. So I guess technically I'm Chattahoochee now. Mm-hmm. That process was awful. Like I am 99% sure that people that work for the colleges like don't want to help you, and they just make it so difficult. So I literally had to jump through like 10 hoops to try to get into this college, but I'm in. And I'm in the CLT program, the clinical lab technology, and pretty much they are the people in the hospital that like work in the background in the lab. They run diagnostics on urine, blood, any like bodily fluids. They kind of see like what's chemically wrong with patients, and they report back to the physicians and like tell them. So like anytime you get like blood work done or anything like that, that's what I'll be doing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So which begs me to ask the question, like because it's a good field of study, don't get me wrong, and anybody should go into it. What made you pick it? Because I get the same thing to me with I'm dental hygienist, I'm going in for that, and it's like, what made you pick that? It's like really weird. It's good, but it's weird.
Yeah.
So what made you pick that?
It is kind of weird. So ever since I was little, I would play with like my microscope and like my lab kits and stuff like Barbies. Like I was always like doing my own thing, like mixing chemicals and like mixing shampoo and conditioner and like showing my mom like, look what I made. And like, this is so weird, but like one day my mom brought home a fish that had like died in the pond at her work, and like we just sat there and like dissected it together and like looked at all of the organs, and we were like, this, it's so weird, but like that was so cool to me.
That's awesome.
Like I love science. So when I first started college, I thought I wanted to be a dental hygienist. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, honestly, I don't really want to work in people's mouths. And I was like, yeah, this is not the road for me. So I changed to biology, and I studied that for a while, but I didn't really know what path I wanted to go down. And then I finally figured out like the lab, like that's what I need to be in, is the lab. Like I don't have to talk to any patients. I don't have to like deal with people. I just have my little team. I talk to the doctors, and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Simple.
Simple, fun,
Antisocial, perfect.
Yes.
There you go.
I'm so shy. Like I just don't like, even though I serve, like I don't know, I hate it.
Worked at a restaurant for years. It's funny because I've always said it with you, knowing you, for those who don't know Camden, you're like the most extrovert, shy person I've ever met. That if you were at a party and someone came up to you and just, striked up a conversation and obviously you have good banter, you would talk, back and forth. They would never know that you're actually shy. Mm-hmm. It's kind of funny. You're the most extroverted, shy person I've ever met.
Yeah, actually, I told Dylan the other day at work, I was like, I'm really shy, and he was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm actually really shy, but it takes an extrovert to bring out my extrovertedness. Like, if I'm in a room with a lot of introverts, I'm gonna just get in my shell and like roll away. Like I'm not gonna be like, ah.
Do you ever have that moment where like maybe you're around a bunch of introverts and then you're just like, my extrovert wants to come out, like let me be the leader, kind of?
Yeah, I mean sometimes because I can feel all of their awkwardness. Like I'm the type of person I can feel people's feelings. I know that's weird to say, but I can like actually physically feel. So like I'm feeling like all of their like gut like feelings and like they're like scared, awkwardness, and I'm like, okay, I need to do something to like break everybody's shell out. But most of the time I won't.
Yeah. What am I feeling right now?
Relaxed.
Yeah.
You're fine.
That's too easy.
And it's so funny because like I feel like it's called like clairsentient. I don't know if you've heard about that, but it's like one of the clairs, like clairvoyant, you know, claircognizant.
I've heard of that. I don't know what that is.
Clairsentient is like the feeling, like you actually get people's feelings and can feel their emotions, and I feel like I'm that. Like
that's awesome.
It's weird because at work, that's the only time my back hurts.
Oh yeah.
And I know your back hurts, and like I'm around people that have like sciatica, so I'm like, when I'm at home, I feel fine. And it's not until we get to work that I feel that back pain.
Yeah, it's when I wake up and go to work that I feel it. But I went to the chiropractor literally before this interview, so I actually feel better. It's working. Went so far 5 times. I recommend it. I mean, I don't think mine was as severe as Julia's, but yeah, no, back pain's no joke. Screw that.
Yeah. I actually have a funny story about being an introvert and like trying to make friends. Okay, so like usually it takes like an extrovert to be my friend because I won't like go and talk to anybody. But when we were at the show the other night, I always see I think it's Sebastian, Rob's like co-DJer.
Yeah.
And I always see this girl, I think it's his girlfriend, and I always see her there at all the shows. You know, she let us like use her glasses, the kaleidoscope glasses.
Yeah.
And so I went up to her last Sunday and I was so awkward. I was trying to like make friends and I was like, hey, like, and she looked at me and she was like, and I was like, I'm friends with Rob. And she was like, who? And I was like, Rob. And she was like, Rob? And she was like, oh, Roberto. I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, I always see you here. I just want to say hi. And she was like, okay. Like, giving me a
reason why I'm not doing this ever again.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry to waste your time.
I don't like go try to make friends because I'm so awkward. Like I would hate to be a guy like going to like approach a girl because they're scary. They're so scary.
You're a guy for a day and then you're just like, people approach me, please. I will not approach you, but I will talk to you. I'm nice, I promise. I'm not creepy. Yeah. That's hilarious. Like that's funny because you're. Right before you went to talk to her, I can imagine in your head, you're just like trying to summon up the courage. Just like, listen, nice girl. I've met her before. Yeah. We'll just, talk to her. Here we go. And then, goes awkward. It's like, never again. Yes. All right.
No, exactly. Like before I went to talk to her, I was like, okay. And then I went to go and she started walking away and I was like, and then she like saw me and she was like, giving me a weird look. And I was like, oh my God, I fucked this up already. Like,
I'm sorry to waste your time.
Sorry.
No,
don't hate me.
That's hilarious. Is that? I mean, that's probably not your first time ever approaching somebody first and then like striking up a conversation. That went bad, but there has to have been a moment where it went well. Or you cannot think of it.
I mean, usually people are pretty nice and will talk back, especially if you're like a girl. I can't like think of any like certain situation, but that was the first one where I felt like she had a strong personality. She wasn't having it. Maybe she was having a bad night. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, that went awful. I was like, this is why. I mean, most of my friends are extroverts. So like Madison, she can talk your ear off, and I'm just like the listener. Yeah.
But no, but it's good that you can summon that energy. I do not like. I mean, I say this half jokingly. I do not like introverts in a way where I like you because again you can summon that extrovert energy that no one would ever know that you're actually shy deep down. But I don't like introverts where, don't get me wrong, there's a grace period where I'm gonna try like, hey, let's go out, let's be social, let's have fun. Try to summon that energy. But if you keep in a way shooting me down, keep going back to your shell, listen, I'm not gonna judge you, it's whatever, and I'm not gonna hate you, but I can't be around you anymore. Like I'm sorry, I gotta be around other extroverts, or there has to be a good balance of a lot of extroverts, and like for every 4 extroverts there has to be 1 introvert. Whatever.
Yeah,
but
I get that.
it kills my vibe a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
And same with dating too. I've dated. I mean, I'm not gonna talk crap about my exes or anything, but like the only thing I will say now is that the past, at least two of them were introverts in a way, and one of them claimed like, oh well, I'm an extrovert, I'm around introverts, and that was so not true. And I was just like, all right, you're not at my level. I need somebody who's not shy, who's not quiet, especially when visiting my parents when the relationship gets serious. It's like, no, I can't have somebody like that. No. So only extroverts from now on, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm shy. I wouldn't like meeting parents too. So I get that.
I mean, I'm nervous, sure, but like, and being shy, like I was talking to Brady about this, that I'm more harsher on guys than with girls, because with girls being shy, that's one thing. I don't like guys being shy. It's like, no, man up kind of attitude. I know some people don't like that, but it's true. But no, with girls being shy, it's like, oh, it's okay, but still ... at a point. Especially like say you're meeting a parent for the first time and it goes well, and now you're meeting the parents for the 10th time.
Oh yeah,
normal. If you're still shy,
then
I'm sorry. There's a problem. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like I think there's a good grace line period.
No, I agree with that.
All right.
For sure.
All right. So we went to my cousin Last Call's show last Sunday. So you're into EDM. All right. So I'm still pretty new at this. So explain EDM. I know it stands for electrical dance music, but like if somebody were, what is, like a parent, it was like, what is EDM? What would you tell them?
Man, I don't even know.
You don't know?
I guess Rob could explain it better because he knows the technical stuff, but it's just a lot of like bass, and there's beats, and it's almost like rap, but without the rapping. I mean, there's some EDM that does have rapping in it. But it gets you hype. It gets you like jumping, and there's different forms of EDM. So there's like different like styles of dance you can do, and like there's feels EDM, which is like one of my favorites, which is literally, it's just like you're in just like a trance, and you just like listen to it and you just feel it, and you can just feel it in your body, and it's just like amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let me say this specific. Do you know the difference between EDM and dubstep?
Yes.
Okay. What is that? Because again, playing ignorant, I think they sound the same.
Okay. So EDM is just like the broad spectrum. There's a lot of different subgenres, and dubstep is just one subgenre in it. So there's.
Okay. So it's EDM is like the umbrella.
It's the umbrella.
Oh, I thought EDM was its own bubble and dubstep was another bubble.
No, dubstep is EDM.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. There's dubstep. There's house. There's rhythm. Feelsy. Well, I don't know if it's technically called feelsy, but that's what me and Madison call it, feelsy, because it just puts you in your feels. But,
nice.
There's so many. There's like drum and bass, which.
I don't think Camden likes that one.
On your podcast, when you're talking to Rob, you were like, yeah, Camden said she doesn't like bass. And I was like, don't slander my name like that. Because all EDM is bass. Like, all EDM is bass. So if you're saying I don't like bass, it's
okay, I don't like EDM. All EDM is bass. Okay.
Yeah,
these are things I do not know.
Yeah, it's drum and bass. So that's like the...
At least those two instruments, and then other EDM can have whatever, but you gotta have at least those two.
Yeah, it's like the fast, like almost like video game style, like, which is not bad. I don't dislike it. It's just my least favorite. Like, I have to be like in a mood for that.
Okay.
But that's like the really fast, like, and there's hard style, which is like sort of like drum and bass, but different. Like it's hard to explain. You would have to just listen to it.
Yeah. But there was a trend when, like, I guess when dubstep, I guess, was coming out, or for lack of a better term, it was getting a little bit more popular and it was trendy. There was this thing, I don't know if you remember, where they would take already like famous songs and stuff, famous themes, and make dubstep versions of them. And I just did not like it. I
like what? Like, give me do you remember an example? Yeah.
So, okay, for Star Wars, we like Star Wars. Yeah. So, on YouTube there'll be like the Star Wars theme dubstep remix, and I would not like it. One of my favorite video game franchise, The Legend of Zelda, they will have like, they have so many songs, and they'll be like, oh, the Song of Time, the dubstep version, and I'll at least listen to it, and I'm like, I do not like this.
Yeah.
And for a while, but then it kind of grew on me. There are some that I still do not like, but then there are some that, yeah, it's pretty catchy. I wouldn't necessarily download it on my phone, but it's catchy. It's good.
So what I'll say with that is, like, maybe taking a whole song and making it dubstep is maybe not like everybody's favorite. It could be some people's favorite, but what I like is in like a hard dubstep song when they play like a snippet of something, you know.
Oh,
like,
yes.
Like you're hearing like a full set, and then all of a sudden they play like 5 seconds of like a Star Wars, and you're like, whoa, and then it goes away, and you're like, oh shit. Like,
The concert we went to, a guy had the Nintendo GameCube theme, and into his song, only like 5 seconds of it. I thought that was pretty dope, and it connected with the music. It wasn't like out of place.
Exactly.
So, being with Last Call and Derek Larrick and stuff. Awesome. Like I see the thrill in it now. Before I ever met him, and before Roberto got into it, I didn't appreciate it at the time. I thought it was out of place.
Yeah.
But now it's good. Now I think back then people were just still messing around, still trying to find it. Yeah. But then Roberto tells me that this has been going on honestly since like the 70s and like house music. And I'm just like, wait, what?
Yeah, like where the term house music came, like
so
from
talk
the 70s.
About that.
Yeah, so I can't remember his name, but it was some guy in the 70s. He would spin at this place called The Warehouse, and he would spin house music, and that was like where it first started. And so I guess because it was called The Warehouse, they were like, okay, it's house music, like, and I love house music because you can shuffle and like cut shapes. I don't know. Comment down below if you know what that is.
Let's cut shapes. I was going to say that. Comment down below. What is it? I don't know. You're telling me she knows it. I need to know.
Yeah.
What's that? Wait, let me guess. Because I'm like silly thinking about it. Is it where you're shuffling, you're making a shape with your feet?
Yes.
So you're going around in a square or a triangle?
Or you're doing like the triangles with your feet. Oh, sorry.
No, you're straight.
You're like making the triangles. You're doing the running man, which is like the most basic dance of like house and shuffling and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that a new term?
Cutting shapes?
Yeah. Because the Running Man's been around for years.
Yeah. I think they do the Running Man in a different way than in the past. It's more like fast and like to the beat of house music, but cutting shapes I've heard for a couple years, and like anybody who's in like the shuffling scene knows exactly what you're talking about if you say that. Like everybody knows that. But like
I'm gonna say it. Like next show we go to, I'm gonna be like, if I see somebody doing it, I'll be like, cutting shapes.
Nice shapes, man.
Nice shapes, man. I like those rectangles you're making.
Rectangles.
They're gonna be like, he just learned that phrase. Like, how'd you know? You are saying it way too much.
Way too much, yeah. That's funny.
That's hilarious. I only heard a few, like a sample of each one. Like I've heard house, I've heard bass, I heard future. I haven't heard what you call it, feelsies.
Feelsy, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really heard that yet. But I'm always open to it. So if people comment down below and send me links or stuff, I'll listen to it for real. But so far, I do like house. I do like bass. I do like future. Brett Chung, I'm going to try to have him on my show. I think that's what a little bit he played. And I really liked it. I was really vibing to that. I don't know. What do you know what Derek plays? Like, what's his... I like what he plays.
Yeah, no, I think he does a little bit of a mix. Like, he does a lot of dubstep. A lot of his, like, transitions are really good, too. Like,
it at the last show he just played at Syndicate, like it felt like one continuous song.
Yes,
like it didn't feel like he stopped at it. It was like I was getting tired, like in a good way, and I was just like, when is it gonna have a break? And no, I kind of like that.
Yeah, no, he's amazing. Yeah, he's in our EDM group, and I was like, when I saw him live, I think that was actually the first time I've seen him live, was at Syndicate.
No.
Because I like, he'll play for us, like, you know, in like,
oh, okay,
in Trevor's like basement, or like, you know, when we hang out. But yeah, I was shocked. I was like, wow, like he really got the club like jumping, and even
he did.
Dylan
He got the
was
crowd
like,
going.
yeah. Dylan was like, holy crap, like he really got everybody jumping.
Mm-hmm.
But
from all walks of life, I saw everybody, every race, everybody,
mm-hmm.
what name it,
mm-hmm.
people were vibing to
age.
it. Age. Oh man, I'm so mad at you. Like, okay, I gotta tell this story to our viewers. So, oh man, this is where I wish I had a third microphone so Dylan can like
mm-hmm.
chime in too.
Mm-hmm.
So, we last Sunday we would go to this club, and my buddy had one of my shirts that had Atlanta on it and pizza, and he saw TLNT, not TMNT. That's important. He's like staring at the shirt. My buddy Dylan goes like, "You like this shirt?" He's like, "Yeah, it kind of reminds me with the pizza, TMNT. You know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles." And it's like, all right, I don't know how you got that from
he
whatever.
must have been on drugs. Like,
yeah. And I'm next to my buddy Dylan, who I just interviewed, and I'm just kind of looking around, whatever, just just chilling. And Dylan goes like, "You know who likes TMNT? Freaking DJ over here." And I'm like, and I don't. I mean, I like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I'm not a huge fan of them like I am with Batman. And I'm like, Dylan, why would you? And it was this creepy older guy, and watch him find this. It's like, oh, I'm not creepy.
Yeah.
He was on something. And then later, why I'm mad at Camden is because we ran into him again, and they're like, oh yeah, big TMNT fan. And I was like, you guys are the worst.
Yeah, who'd you say you like Raphael? You're like, that's my man.
Raphael, because he wears red. I was like, oh, red shirt,
mm-hmm.
Raphael.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, red is my favorite color, but still.
Yeah, same.
You guys are the worst. That was so funny.
That was a late night, though. That was fun. But it was late.
That was fun. That was late. That was the latest I've ever stayed up. And I got to tell this funny story because I know Dylan's going to tell it. So he was riding with me. We're on our way home. I get on the highway and I'm just tired. Like, I mean, I'll never wreck or anything, but I'm not really paying attention to the signs.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we were on the road for 2 hours. Yeah, like at least. We should have only been on the road for like 40 minutes. I got lost. I didn't take the right exit.
You end up in like Tennessee. You're like,
yeah, dude. We went all the way to Lawrenceville, and I was just driving, and Dylan was in the middle of a story, and I was just like, I saw Lawrenceville. I finally paid attention to the sign. I was like, Dylan, where are we? I think I missed an exit or something. And he like looks it up. He's like, dude, we're an hour away from the house. We've been driving for like an hour, and I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. We didn't get back to my place till the crack of dawn. Like, the sun was coming up.
Yeah, I saw in Dylan's Snapchat, like, in the car, and it was, like, light outside, and I was like,
yeah.
Did they, like, go to Waffle House or something? Or?
Dude, I was just a dumbass. Like, I should have put the GPS. I was so tired. Oh, my gosh. And, no, never again. Yeah. That was such a late night. I shouldn't have done that. Late night.
I know, as we were walking out, I was, like, looking at, we found Tafaria, and she was looking at this guy who like makes his own jewelry, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually really cool. So I ended up buying this ring.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you can see, it's opalite, and he like hand twists it. I was like, wow, this is really cool. It's like close to my birthstone, which is opal.
Yeah.
But the opal one was like $45. This one was $25, and I was like, close enough. Close enough. But yeah, I love it.
Nice.
He's really talented, but yeah. Nice. Late night for sure.
It was definitely a late night. All right, so moving on. Okay, so one thing that you're fascinated of is astrology. So I know you said like, oh, I don't want to talk too much because I don't want people to think I'm a crazy space chick or whatever. Yeah. But I do want you to talk a little bit about it. I think it's a fun thing. So what can you tell us about astrology?
What do you want to know? Like,
okay, so well, all right. I'm a skeptic.
Of course, most people are.
Yeah. So, but what's this thing? You discovered how if you know somebody's birthday, the time they were born, and what the location, then you can find out like a very accurate description of them a little bit.
Okay, so what you're talking about is called your natal chart, your birth natal chart. And during COVID, you know, everybody's bored. I was bored. I only knew about your sun sign, which is what everybody like thinks is their sign. So that's your sun sign. And a lot of people are skeptic because they're like, oh, I really don't like agree with my sun sign, or it's too general. And I was on YouTube and I was just like, you know, watching so many videos because I was bored, you know, quarantine. And I found this video that was like explaining your natal chart and like your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign. And I was like, okay, so there's a lot more to it than just your sun sign, which I always like resonated with my sun sign. So I was like, okay, like I believe it, like it's really interesting. So yeah, if you know your place of birth, your time of birth, your birth date, then you can get your natal chart, and it goes into so much detail that like it will blow your mind. But
I still haven't done it yet. Like you gave me the link, but I still haven't done it yet.
I wanted to do yours, but you don't want me to know your birthday.
Yeah.
So yeah, Dom doesn't like people to know his birthday. So.
All right, so I'll just say this for some people. Like generally, like I like to think I'm a down to earth dude. Like I'm a pretty normal guy, chill, whatever. The only thing I'm slightly weird about is I'm very, very private with my birthday. The reason being, nothing dramatic happened, no dark reason. One of the reasons is just because I kind of like my privacy, like, and I don't care about my birthday. Not in a oh, nobody cares about me. So no, it's just, I don't know. It's kind of annoying when people are like, hey, happy birthday. I'm like, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm weird. That's the only weird thing about me. I like to think, but whatever.
I think you told me that you're a Leo though, right? That's your sun sign?
I will admit I'm a Leo, yes.
Yeah, that's your sun sign, which is, I can definitely see that. So I really don't, I know a little bit, but it's really just scratching the surface because you have your sun, your moon, your rising, you have your north node, your south node, and then you have all of the planetary aspects and the degrees that like, okay, in your birth chart, there's like a wheel and it shows like all of the different degrees, and it's crazy, like all the houses, all the planets. So all of that affects everything. So when someone's like, oh yeah, I mean, your sun sign's very generic, it's like, yeah, but you don't realize how much it goes into it, and like there's so much that can affect it. That so your sun sign is like your conscious mind, like how people see you. Your moon sign is like your subconscious and what you're not really like seeing on the surface level, but like what you're feeling, your, you know, subconscious, and like when you're at home, when you're super comfortable, how you kind of act. And then your rising sign is interesting because it's like the mask you wear when you're like meeting people for the first time, or when you're in a group of people. It's kind of like the mask you wear. And then you have
that's like, the general one, right?
Well, your sun sign is the general one.
Okay.
That's like what everybody knows is their like sign.
Gotcha.
Like what's your sign is your sun sign.
Gotcha.
And that's your conscious mind. So how you think day to day, how you think out in public, like, you know. And then your moon sign is how you act when you're comfortable at home, your subconscious, and then your rising is like the mask you put on when you meet people. So
that's interesting.
It's interesting.
Yeah. It is interesting.
Yeah, it really is. That's why I want to know your moon and rising, so I can be like, okay, I can see that.
Like, I definitely want to. I'll probably do it on my own time, and probably like take a screenshot of the description just so I don't give out my information. But yeah. Because I mean, I'm a little skeptic. I like, there was this one meme about how I'm totally gonna replace the zodiac signs just for the sake of the story. But there's this like funny little thing that people can look on. I think it was on Twitter, where somebody goes like, yeah, so I totally told this girl who I knew was a Gemini that I was a Capricorn, and just so we can hook up because they're meant for each other. But really, I'm an Aquarius, and I know all this is bullcrap because everybody's all like, oh, that's exactly what an Aquarius would do, when in reality, I'm a Leo. And it was just proving, like, just making a joke about, like, this is all dumb.
That's so funny.
But to a degree, I kind of believe it. I know that there's some that, I mean, it's just like kind of motivational kind of stuff. Like, oh, here's your motivational quote for the day. Mm-hmm. And for Leos, I know most of them are like courageous, stubborn.
They're the leaders.
They're the leaders. Mm-hmm. The leader part is the only one I'll kind of disagree with me. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think I'm a leader. I definitely don't want to be a leader. But I only want to be a leader in my future family. Like, when I have a family, I want to be the leader, kind of thing. But stubborn, yeah, I can be stubborn, but then again, who isn't stubborn at times?
Yeah,
I don't know. The way I just read them, it's like, yeah, I'm everything. Mm-hmm. Except for Gemini. I think Geminis are bipolar. Definitely not bipolar.
Well, Gemini, okay, they can, yeah, technically be bipolar, but they're the twins. They're the sign of the twins, so they might have two different like extremes to their personalities. They're also very talkative. They can talk your ear off. That's Madison. Madison's Gemini.
Is she really? Okay.
But I mean, that's, like I said, just your sun sign. So maybe you don't resonate all with your sun sign. Maybe you resonate more with your moon sign or your rising sign. See, that's
why you're right. I've never heard of moon sign, so I am intrigued.
Yeah, like my rising is Libra. I don't know if you know anything about Libras. Or did I say my sun sign or my rising?
I don't remember. I'll know when I go back and edit this. I don't know.
My sun is Libra, which they're like the balance beam. So they see things from every side. Like in an argument, they like to hear both sides of the story. Mm-hmm. They just like to get, perspective on everything before they make a decision. Mm-hmm. They're like the balancers. So in a group, if people are fighting, they try to
kind of be neutral.
Neutral, like balance it out. So I feel like I agree with that. They also cannot like make a decision to save their lives because they literally like will think about what to eat for like 30 minutes and like not come to a conclusion. So
dating you must be nightmare. Future, don't ask Camden. You gotta have an idea what it is.
You gotta be like, okay, we're going here, going here, going here, get ready. And I'll be like, okay.
I did see this one thing. I kind of like, for your future, whoever you end up with, if they're watching this, they should take note. Like, if they're dating you, I wonder if this will work. I saw this. I wonder if this will work. If a guy says to you, hey, Cam, guess where we're going out to dinner? And then I wonder if you'll be like, oh, this steakhouse? And they'll be like, exactly, you guessed it right. But really, they just wanted to have you say something and they were going to go.
Honestly, that would work.
That would work? That's hilarious. Write that down, guys. Yeah. That's hilarious. I wonder if that would work. I kind of want to try that.
Yeah. But, so that's my sun sign. Then my moon sign is a Cancer, which they're like very nurturing. They're like the mother of the zodiac sign. They care for everybody they love. They're very emotional, and that's how I am, like subliminally. Like, when I'm at home, I'm like watching over Madison, people I love. I'm very nurturing.
That's so true, because you are hospitable. Like, when we come to your place, and you're like making sure everybody's good. Yeah, I can see that. What's your mask?
So Aquarius, and Aquarius, you would think it's a water sign, but it's not. So
really,
water signs are very emotional. It's an air sign. So I have a Libra air sign, and then an Aquarius air sign, and then a Cancer water sign. So Aquarius is very independent. They are very eccentric. They like to dress differently and like kind of stand out. But yeah, they're just very independent. They don't like to be tied down. So, I mean, can you see that?
Yeah, I can see that, but like the only thing that's kind of throwing me off is that you say it's a mask. Mm-hmm. So that it's what you put on, so it's a front. Yeah. So does that not mean that like, oh, you're pretending that you really are secretly you want to be dependent?
Yeah.
Kinda?
I mean, not pretending. It's just kind of how you are around like new people or around, not like you're hiding in a mask, but it's kind of how you present yourself to new people.
Yeah, like, you did say that.
Like, Julia from work, she's an Aquarius. That's her sun sign. Like, she's very like outspoken and like independent, doesn't need anybody, like can make up her own decisions, which is like kind of conflicting for me because I'm also a Libra. So I'm like, I don't know what I want. Yet I want this. And I don't know what I want, but I really want this, So I'm like.
So what you're saying is you're a woman.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And I lost subscribers.
Oh, yeah, cancel Dom.
Cancel Dom. There you go. There it is. Done. All right. So what's I guess kind of touched on several things. What's a fun fact? Like if do you have any like fun facts about anything? Something, maybe astrology, maybe something in your clinical lab. Oh, fun fact, I didn't know about this. This is pretty interesting.
I feel like I was thinking of things on the way here and now I can't remember. Like a fun fact about me, maybe?
Okay.
Like a weird thing that I can do. So I'm double jointed in my arm.
I didn't know that.
So whenever I would like pitch, like I didn't know I was until my pitching coach was like, "Whoa, you're double jointed."
Does that help or it doesn't help?
I think it helped.
Yeah,
I think it helped. I'm also like double jointed in my hips, so I can like pop my hip out. I think I've showed you that at work. I can like gleat from my tongue like a snake.
I'm a snake.
I'm a snake. I'm a sneaky snake.
ASMR, what you said.
ASMR, guys. Put you into a deep sleep.
I actually heard that really well.
You did? Okay.
That was pretty dope.
Maybe I should start an ASMR channel.
I joked around one time. This is so lame, but when I first got the microphone, before I got the second one, I was just doing it by myself. I was testing it out, and I was like, "Whoa!" And I would joke around, going like, "Hold on, let me try." Welcome to the smooth channel of jazz. This is your boy Dom. I can't do it. I was laughing.
Hey guys, welcome in. That sounded country. I don't know.
That did. Come on in. Bro.
Hey y'all, welcome in.
Oh my God. Wait. Do your impressions. Do your Dexter. Can you do your Dexter? I won't look.
This is so embarrassing.
Oh my God! Please do it.
I don't even know if it's good.
It'll probably be good. Do it.
You're just saying that. Oh my God! Please cut this out if it's not good.
I'm not gonna cut it out.
I can't do it.
You can't do it. Okay. I'm sorry.
Embarrassing.
One day when you get really comfortable, then you're gonna be like, all right, I'm ready. I gotta do it.
Yeah.
She does a good Dexter's laboratory impression. It's really good. It's good.
You're just saying that so I'll do it.
Yes and no. Like I am, but at the same time, it is good. Like
I don't even know if I could do it right now. Like I feel like I'd have to do it a couple times.
I mean, I'll
do your impression.
Okay,
first.
I'll do mine.
Okay.
Like, all right, so I can do two. I can do Sean Connery and Christopher Walken. So this is my this is my Sean Connery. All right. Sometimes a woman needs a good slapping. Welcome to the Hey Dude. Damn, I messed it up.
So you do it again.
Wait. I'll do the Bond.
Okay.
My name is Bond. James Bond. I think that was pretty good.
My name is Bond. James Bond.
It almost sounds like you have to have something like in the back of your mouth.
Yeah.
Like you're almost chewing it, but you haven't like spit it out yet.
Yeah.
Like chewing tobacco.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with Dexter, you have to do like, he like fluctuates a little bit and he has like, almost like an accent. So it's like,
yeah.
Blee.
Like,
what are you doing?
Yeah. You almost
I'll do it.
All right.
DT, what are you doing in my laboratory?
There you go. See, that was good. That was really good.
Oh my God.
No, you're right, because especially when he says, "What are you?"
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see how it's like weird.
Yeah. But no, that was pretty good. I know that if you really wanted to, like, if you were about to be in like some weird impression competition and you practice for a while, you would get it. Like really solid. That was good. That was like 8 out of 10.
I'll take it.
There you go.
I'll take it.
I'm trying to think of a fun fact. I was kind of thinking about this too. Because we had the same professor in psychology, and there was a
shout out.
She's
great.
To Elizabeth Doze. Hopefully one day I'll have her on the show. But just awesome person, and I learned a lot. Fun facts. Trying to think. There's just so many. The multiple personality thing. That one. Like you talked about that, Dose talked about that. That one is still to me like I'm skeptic, but at the same, like, I do believe it. It's just, it's almost like, man, I can't believe it. You know that saying, like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't believe you would do that, but like, they did that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it's in that same realm. So people who have not like bipolar, like, oh, I go from happy and sad. No, I'm talking like people be like fully grown woman who has in her mind like 7 different personalities, some being men and
some being like children.
Mm-hmm.
It's really crazy. It's because their psyche literally splits. So like, whether that's split into 2, whether that's split into 20, like, I don't know. It's crazy. They have like different triggers that will like trigger that mm-hmm. personality to come out. And I was listening to this one girl who had like 10 or 11, and they all like are in the back of her head at all times, and they just choose when they want to come out, and they all like communicate with each other in the back of her head.
Damn.
Which is crazy.
Do you know if they have an average time lapse? Like, you're going to be this person for a couple of minutes, then another person for a couple of minutes?
I think it's just completely random and triggered by different things. You know, I mean, a lot of things can like split your personality. And
yeah.
It's just crazy. Like, what is the other diagnosis? Schizophrenia.
Yeah.
And Dose is saying that is mainly common in like 20-year-olds. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh God, am I gonna one day wake up having schizophrenia? Like, I still have time. Like, nah, but yeah.
No, that's scary. I was watching this one. She was showing us this Secrets of the Mind. Yeah, Secrets of the Mind. Mm-hmm. There's a YouTube video I recommend people watching. Is Secrets of the Mind. It's just so freaking interesting. And there was this one guy, but he was in a car accident and has a little bit of a brain damage, but so he will see his parents like in front of him.
Yes.
And he'll be like, you look like my parents, you sound like my parents, but you're not my parents, you're imposters. I forgot what it's called. Do you remember?
It might be Imposter Syndrome.
Probably. I know I have the notes upstairs.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like you'll see your parents, you're just like, you look like them, you sound like them, but you're not them, you're imposters. Yeah. And then the doctor was like trying to figure it out, like, oh, what's the cause of this? And then they did an exercise where he'll talk with the parents on the phone, and he'll be like, no, that's not the imposters, mm-hmm. that's my parents. But it was something wrong with his eyes. There was like a little stem that was cut because of the accident that didn't transfer the information to his brain.
Yeah.
Dude, that stuff is freaky.
It is so freaky. Do you remember that girl? She was like older. She was like drawing, I can't remember. I think it was flowers, and she would only draw half of the flowers.
Yes.
And she thought she was drawing the whole one.
Yes.
And I was like,
dude, it's like insane with people. Like the most common one that people know is phantom limb. The phantom pain. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that one I get. And like how you have to put a mirror and the guy has to like, close his fist.
See,
yeah. And like he can like feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the mind is just a freaky thing. I couldn't go into that study, but it's just a freaky thing. There's a lot of fun facts about that. But yeah, I do recommend people watching Secrets of the Mind. That shit's dope.
Yeah. Like, I enjoyed that in class. I was like, I loved this class. Like, it was my 8 a.m. I think it was your 8 a.m. too. Mm-hmm. But she made it so fun mm-hmm. and so energetic, and showed us like good videos, and her stories were so entertaining. I was like, I actually like this 8 a.m. class. Like,
yeah, I was tired walking in, but then mm-hmm. the moment she started class, I was perked up. I was ready to learn. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is dope. This is great.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So, okay. So, kind of generic, just to wrap up this part of the segment. You got accepted into your CLT program, so congratulations on that. I was with you. You were stressing. I didn't have any doubt in my mind you would get in, but at the same time, I was like, man, I know you're beating yourself up about it. So now that you're in, obviously you're gonna focus on that and all that. Do you have any, any small goals and big goals you're trying to hit? Like, say, something you want to accomplish in before 2021 ends. Do you have like a small goal versus a big goal?
It's a good question. Well, I definitely want to make good grades in this program because I learned that if you make below a 70 on any test or a lab exam, you're kicked out. Which
that sucks.
Yeah, so I really need to focus on making the good grades and staying in the program. So that's like, I guess, a short-term goal with every semester. But long-term, I guess just getting the degree and passing like the final test.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, they were saying that like labs call them every day asking for students. So I know I'll get like a for sure job.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure I don't get kicked out.
Yeah,
because I've worked so hard to get it.
Yeah.
And I don't want like work or like my social life to get in the way, so I might be like MIA for a little bit. But
no, that's why I had to get you on the show.
Yeah.
When I could, because I know once starting August, I'm prepared to not see you as much.
Yeah, and I feel bad like pushing it off because I know I was supposed to be on like.
You're here today. That's all that matters. Yeah. So I really appreciate that.
Like last week, it's like that was a good reason.
No, that was a good reason. Yeah, for sure. Do you have any like a fun goal, a realistic fun goal you're trying to hit? I'll tell you mine right now.
Yeah, tell me.
This is silly, but I want to get on my kayak early in the day, like I'm talking in the morning, and I seriously just want to kayak for like all day before like till it's like sunset. I just want to explore some lakes and stuff that I've never been to in years. So
that's awesome.
It's a dumb thing, but it's my thing.
Not dumb.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
No.
But yeah, so I just want to go exploring.
Yeah.
Like if people want to join me, cool. We're gonna start early, but at the same time, I'm just gonna really do it by myself.
Yeah, I mean, I love exploring. Like if I wasn't going to school for like full time, I would probably explore more. I mean, me and Madison are going to Utah.
Hey, nice.
The week before my program.
Yeah, that's right.
So that'll be like my last.
Hoorah!
Hoorah! Yeah, because I've never been out west, so it's like Utah is good. Actually, a friend recommended it because it's just beautiful. He's like, don't go to California for your first like west. Like go to Utah and see all of the like beautiful landscapes and the arches and everything, the salt flats.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go do that.
I wish. I know that your program has to start in the fall, but like, man, I wish I could have took you to Colorado. Like, have you ever been snowboarding or skiing? Man, I would have loved to take, like, I always say that to people, like, I want to take somebody that, just because, oh my God, I love it so much. I love snowboarding. Some people might like skiing. It doesn't matter. As long as you do both skiing, snowboarding, whatever. I snowboard. It's so awesome.
I know, I want to.
I mean, one day, you're going to have to, just suffer the program till you get out. Once you get out and you get your job, that's what I have to remind me. I'm not just telling you this. I'm actually telling me this. I'm like,
it's like I have 2 years, pretty much, and then I'll be done. But
me 3.
You 3?
Yeah.
And I know you sympathize with me being like so old, going to school.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but at the same time, like, no, I mean, because, I went to school 28. I'm going to finish school when I'm 32. And I know you were joking. I was like, oh, man, like, I would get out of school when I'm, like, 30. And I'm like, oh, Cam. But no, if somebody's thinking about it, just as long as, you pick a good degree and stuff, like, go for it. It doesn't matter. Even if you're taking like 1 or 2 classes at a time. I'm just trying to rush it because now I found out what I kind of want to do. I just want it now. Now that I know what I want, I want it right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's me. But like, somebody who being older and going to school, no, it's fine. I just know that like when I have a kid, that I love my parents to death. They didn't do a bad job. I was just an idiot. But that I will be on top of them to say, it's like, all right, it's not so much as telling my kid like, oh, you have to find out what you want to do. I'm going to help them find what they want to do, because, as a kid, you don't know how to go about it, and you hear that all the time with people changing their majors, changing their mind. So yeah, like you expect an 18-year-old to know first shot? Some do, some don't.
I'm 25 and I still don't know. Like, I'm you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I kind of had a thought. I was actually talking about this yesterday. I went kayaking with my brother, and I was talking about it. Like, even though this is gonna be my second semester, I still wonder if dental hygienist is the right thing.
I still, to this day, even though I it's something I love, I'm like, is it something I'm just gonna fall back on? But I want to be creative. Like, deep down, I just want to do something creative. I love art. I love, anything creative. So I'm like, am I gonna get bored in this job? Like, I don't know. It's definitely it's good to have the degree no matter what. Because you can like make that money.
Yeah.
But
I honestly, I mean, I feel you on that 100%. I don't mind it as a hobby. I don't, if this turns into a career, perfect, awesome. I'm not gonna, be mad about that. But first and foremost, as a hobby, me as a job, as making money, I want that 9 to 5. People, like, oh, whatever. No, I want it. I want that 9 to 5. I want that weekends off. Most of my friends have weekends off. And when I moved out to the city, that was a big shot to the gut for me, being an extrovert. And then going from like, I wasn't like a popular dude, but I had a good social life, and then it went from 100 to 0 really quickly. And that sucked. And it was the closest thing I went to being kind of depressed. I was just like, no, this fucking sucks. I want out. And so that's what's motivating me. It's like, no, listen, whatever I have to do, dental hygienist, cool. I can see myself liking it, but I still wonder. It's like, man, is it the one though? I don't think that ever goes away.
Yeah.
Until you finish, I guess.
Yeah. So we're in our job, like actually doing it. But by then we'll be like, yeah, no. I mean, because I'm gonna have like a, I guess, 9 to 5 in a way too. But yeah. I think it'll be good for me because I'm not like an early riser. So like having that, schedule to get me to wake up early will help.
Yeah. Oh my God, I totally almost forgot. Like I didn't write this down, but I just remembered. You have a small candle business.
Yeah, I do.
I was about to say, do you not like want to talk about it?
No, we can talk about it. I've just been in like a creative rut recently where I've just like, I haven't made candles in about a month now.
Okay.
But it's like anything. Like I used to draw and I don't really draw anymore. I just haven't really felt inspired. But
I hear that common more with drawers.
Yeah.
Same with songwriters. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like my small little business. I didn't want it to blow up, honestly, because I couldn't handle that by myself. And it was more of just like a hobby. But yeah, I mean, going into it, I didn't realize how much goes into it. Like, it's so expensive, first of all. Like, I dropped, I want to say like $1,000, just the startup, and then you have to buy all the materials as it goes because it's like you're running out of wax, you're running out of wicks, like the jars, everything. So that was expensive, and then there's a lot of math actually that goes into it that I had no idea. So I wasted a lot of product, like trying to figure this out by myself. I spent like a whole day trying to figure out like a math equation for it. And I ended up finding one on YouTube. This girl like explained it really well, and I was gonna bring it in and try to explain it to you, but it's honestly too long and like too confusing.
It would take up the whole show.
I feel like if you're not like well versed on like chemistry, math, then don't even bother like trying to understand it.
I thought this episode was gonna be fun. I didn't want to go in with a math homework.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not even gonna explain it, but just know that there is extreme math, and it's almost like baking. Like if you mess up a measurement, it's gonna mess up the whole thing. So
yeah, no, I can see that. I can cook. I haven't baked yet, so I know. Yeah, baking scares me because you have to make sure everything's right, because once you put it in the oven, that's it, no turning back. At least with cooking, if you kind of messed up a little bit, you can kind of fix it on the spot.
Yeah.
No, I'm not confident. I have commitment issues.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you're wasting materials if you fuck it up.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, like sometimes I think just like with this podcast, like, when you make a mistake, it's the best teacher in a way. You learn from it, and you have to mess up a little bit. You can't let that scare you, because you do get better. It just sucks. Your pride gets hurt. Like, we messed up.
Yeah.
I messed up.
Tell them, please.
All right. So we started, and we had to start all over. We were like 5 minutes in. You're not missing much. I looked over. I usually look over to my computer screen to make sure everything's right, and it wasn't recording. And I was like, the cameras were recording, the mics weren't. And I was like, oh, can't we have to start all over? But it was only a couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
That would suck. If it was an hour, I'd be like, nope, you know what? Screw it. I wasted this interview. Sorry to waste your time, Cam.
Just come back.
Please, before you get busy. But yeah, no, talk about your candle. Plug it in. Or you're scared of my 5 viewers that people will be like, oh, let me support her, and then like you get so much order, you're like, I don't know how to do this.
I know. No, it's fine. I just need to find time to really make any candles right now, and I know I'm not gonna have any time, so I'm like, do I just put it on hold for a little bit? But yeah, I mean, Camden's Candles on Instagram if you want to follow.
I do like your logo too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Did you make it yourself, or do you have someone to help you?
Yeah, I made it myself on like a program.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's like a CC, kind of like that, I think, or maybe like that.
Oh man, no, I'll plug it in if you want me to. If you don't want me to, I won't.
Yeah, you can plug it in.
All right.
Why not?
Yeah, I like supporting small business, so there you go.
Very small.
This is a small business,
Yeah.
so it's whatever. All right, so let's get to the fun part. So, all right, make sure to save this for some time. We're gonna play some Would You Rathers.
Whew.
You excited?
Yeah, I'm nervous.
I try to find some of them that like we can have a little discussion afterwards, and at the same time have fun with it. I didn't want to pick. There were some that were way too bland. Okay. So, Camden, would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future?
Dang, that's a good one. It's like That's So Raven, where she's like,
yeah,
seeing 10 minutes into the probably 10 minutes, because I wouldn't want to know like the full time and then like mess things up on the way, like change certain events that could like possibly change the outcome. Probably 10 minutes, so I could like see, okay, are you gonna get in a car accident? Okay, don't drive, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know, what about you?
See, I can see both, but really, like, okay, so the way I take these is I put it into my practical situation, like right now.
Yeah.
10 minutes. What's the 150 years gonna do for me?
I know, that's something. I'm not even gonna be alive in 150 years.
Like right now, if I knew something bad was gonna happen in 150 years right now, like 150 years later, okay, what can DJ Jimenez right now, a small amateur podcaster, dude who works at Fish Time, dental hygienist student, what can he do? Like if like, hey, listen to me, I can see 150 years in the future. We need to start doing this. Who are you?
No one's going to believe you.
No one's going to believe me. I'm not an influencer. Like,
yeah.
10 minutes.
Like, okay, get the F away.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm taking the 10 minutes. Like, I'm helping me. Sorry. Exactly. And then some people be like, oh, well, you don't know that. Like, you need to, that's how influencer starts and stuff. Yeah. It's like, no, I know who I am. I'm good. Yeah, 10 minutes. And also because, yeah, like that, like, oh, you get into a car accident, like if you're about to get into a car accident, man, 10 minutes is a lot. 10 minutes is actually a lot. If you can see, because a car accident it's 1 second. So if you can see minutes before that, you're good.
No, I agree.
I would win every fight. I would.
Mm-hmm.
I know where somebody's punching. I go into the UFC. I could literally train for the UFC and like never get hit. Yeah.
I know. I'd probably bet a lot and be like,
I would
at the
bet
very
a lot.
last 10 minutes,
Yes.
I'd be like, okay, this person's gonna win like $100. Like, you know, like.
Exactly. They're done. It's over. 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's simple. I like this one.
Okay.
Because you said betting, so I like the segue.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a funny one. Oh man, would you rather find your true love today or win the lottery next year? And I'm talking, girl. I'm talking the Mega Millions.
Ooh, lottery.
Lottery.
I'm sorry, but I'd rather be like financially stable and independent than finding my true love. And
I like how you air quote that.
Well, true love, because it's like, is it your true love? You know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, I'm just working on myself right now, being independent. That's like what I'm about right now.
Yeah.
So
again, you're plugging into your practical life right now.
Yes.
You're about to be super busy.
Yes. And if I won that money.
But if it's your true love, wouldn't that person understand? Like,
understand what?
Girl, you're busy. You do you. Like, I'm here to support you.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I feel like I don't want to like.
No, I want to make it tough.
I don't want to talk about anybody.
Oh, well, I'm not saying talk about anybody.
But that's where I was kind of going. Like, I feel like I had that. Someone who understood anything and everything. And now I'm just working on myself.
Well, I'm not talking shit. I'm just saying, like, just for the fun.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm talking your true love. This person understands. I'm talking like, yo, this is fucking Prince Charming over here.
I'd rather just have the money and be independent, and then, you know, if he is my true love, he'll find me. He'll find me when I'm like doing my best.
Damn it, Camden! I want you to pick something different from me because I'm gonna pick.
Is that what you picked too?
Because I was gonna make the joke that, like, I wanted you to be all typical, be like, oh no, my true love, you know, money ain't a thing and all that stuff.
I'm not the typical girl, I guess.
No, because I wanted to be sleazy. I wanted to be like, nah, I'm picking the lottery because you know what? Money can buy me true love every single day.
Yeah.
Not really. I'm not that.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you love yourself and you have yourself, the right person will come along. I believe in that.
I'm picking the money only because like I'm just being a hypocrite when I said like, oh, your true love will understand if you're busy and all that stuff. I wouldn't want to find my true love right now. No, me personally, I was talking to this about my brother. Like I'll talk. I'll go on a date like right now, but getting serious, no. Like I'm busy with work, school, and this podcast, and like the more I think about it, the more I'm like, you know, when you first meet somebody, like the first couple of dates, you kind of have to be, you know, on it with that momentum. You can't be, oh, I'll see you once a week kind of thing. It's like, no, like that's like later when you're married and you're traveling a lot for work and you completely understand each other's lifestyle. But when you're first dating somebody, you kind of have to see them kind of frequently, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree. But a lot of people are different.
A lot of people are different.
Some people do like that, you know, once every 2 weeks kind of deal.
Yeah. And of course somebody can say to me, oh, well, DJ, that just means, you know, they're your true love. They understand. They can only see you, you know, like once a week. Yeah, but I kind of want to see them more. That's me. I'll be honest. If I can see them more, because yeah, I have my social life. Like I like hanging out with a group of friends, but when I first meet somebody, I want to see them more often. My friends will always be there.
I'm the same way.
I want to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of deal.
Yeah.
All right, this one's funny. Okay. Be chronically overdress or underdress?
Man, that's so hard.
I don't know.
Okay, so it's like sometimes I feel like I'm overdressed, and sometimes I feel like I'm underdressed. So
I
this is
always
the
feel like
Libra
I'm
in me. Like
underdressed. Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
choose. And then my Aquarius is like, man, be overdressed. Like, who cares? Who cares what anybody thinks?
I've never once felt like I was overdressed. I've always in my life felt I was always underdressed.
Really? A part of me is saying underdressed because I don't want the attention on me. But a part of me is like,
I feel like you would still get the attention. I'm picturing you in like sweats, hair tied up at a wedding, eating a bag of chips. Like, what's up? Like, why are you looking at me?
Yeah. It's like I kind of like that. But, like just doing whatever you want. Like, but in a way, I'm like, I love like fashion and clothes. So it's like a part of me feels like I would be overdressed. But yeah, I can't choose.
I can't choose, but I have to go. Me right now, I have to go with overdressed just because everybody who knows me personally is like, sometimes I have a good sense of style, but most of the time, no. And always underdressed. Even today, I still feel like I'm underdressed. Even though I'm wearing like basic clothing, I still feel like I'm underdressed. So I've never once felt, except for weddings, just because any formal event, like I got a nice suit and tie, they're done. But everything else, no, I've always 100% felt underdressed. So I want to switch it up and be overdressed.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
That's funny. I don't know. Comment down below what you think you would do.
Yeah, no. Comment down below what you would do on all of them. And also going with the overdressed, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, you'll get some eyes with people going like, oh man, that person totally overdressed. But at the same time, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like it comes with a hint of jealousy.
Yes.
So I'd rather have that than underdressed, and then people are like, well, at least I'm not that guy.
But then again, what I think about is, okay, you're overdressed. What kind of people are you attracting? Like, kind of like people with like big heads, like, oh, she looks so good, I'm attracted to her because of how she looks. Okay, but you have sweats, your hair back. Who are the people that are drawn to you? The laid back, cool people.
Are they cool though? Laid back, sure. Are they cool though?
They might not be cool, but they might be better people to talk to than like the glitzy glam,
Yeah. Listen, I've met both people. I can knock both of them. Yeah. And I can praise both of them. I know I'm disciplined. I know who I am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to the glams. I'm sorry. Just because you know what? The laid back and probably arguably too laid back. Listen, they're comfortable, they're nice to be with and all that stuff, but the glams sometimes have better stories. And you know what? I like acting sometimes, so like sometimes I want to pretend like I'm glam, even though I'm not. And I know who I am. I know that, like, I'm a chill dude. I'm not pretentious, but I like to pretend.
Oops.
You're fine.
Sorry.
You're fine.
No, I get that. Yeah.
So I'd rather be overdressed.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Probably won't be the most comfortablest thing because, like, what if your chill friend invites you, hey, man, like a barbecue. We just had 4th of July. Hey, we're going to barbecue. And you're still showing up in a suit and tie, Barney style from How I Met Your Mother.
Everybody's going to be like, fucking freak.
I can't have ribs, like, willy-nilly. It might get on me. Yeah.
That'd be funny if you did eat ribs and it does get on you and you're just, like, not caring.
There we go. So, you know what? Overdressed. There we go. I'm picking.
Okay, overdressed.
Overdressed.
Fine.
Ooh, this one. I hate this one. Would you rather give up heating and AC, both of them, or internet for the rest of your life? Screw this one. I hated this one. That's why I had to write it down.
Probably heat and AC. Just because I need the internet for like my job, and like I need to be able to like learn and stuff. And plus, I mean, like who doesn't love the internet? You know, it's so entertaining. I love watching TV but heating and air, I feel like I'm never too hot. Sometimes I get too cold, but I'll just cover up in a blanket. But I never really get too hot. Like when everybody around me is like, oh, I'm burning up, I'm like, I don't really feel it that much.
What's your like at your apartment? What temperature do you keep it at?
Madison likes to keep it cold.
Really?
I always let her handle it because I don't touch it. Because if I touched it, it would be like hot in the apartment.
Really?
Yeah, because I get cold easily. But yeah,
So
Madison
like,
keeps it. I think like 65, 70.
Damn.
And I'm like
70 is good. 65 overkill.
Yeah, I'm like under my blanket, like cold, like shivering. But
I'm a 69 to 72 range. 72 is like my max. 69 is probably like my lowest. But yeah. And not for a funny reason with 69. It's just like literally I was at my apartment. 69. Right? Like I was at my apartment and one time I think it was in the summer. It had to be in the summer. Spring and summer. I had it at 72 and it was too hot. So I decided to go 2 degrees down. I always go 2 degrees down. So like I went to 70 and it was still too hot. Went to 68. And then I think I was just a little too cold. And I think I hit it 1 up in 69 and it was fine. And I was like, okay, I think this is the lowest I can go. It's a sign. It's funny.
Although I do like to sleep with like the fan on me. So there's
same.
Like circulating air.
Yeah.
Which?
For me though, I have to give up internet. I don't want to. I use it for everything. Like for this show and all that. Mm-hmm. But I have to sleep comfortably. Yeah. Oh my God. I've lived without heat and AC. Mainly AC, now that I think about it. Like at my parents' place, the AC would bust and my dad would be like, oh, I'm having some guy fix it like next week. And I'm just like, oh my God. And for a whole week, I was just like, I'll survive. And I'm just like, man, this sucks. And my car didn't have AC at the same time.
Oh, okay, yeah. That would suck.
Yeah.
If your car doesn't have AC. Because my car, like little leather seats, it gets hot.
No, I had to live in a house with no AC, my car no AC. It was at the time you and I worked at O'Charlie's. It was the one time I was happy to go to work.
Oh my God.
It sucked.
That says a lot.
Yeah, no.
O'Charlie's.
Yeah. So,
sorry if anybody still works there, but it sucks. Actually, I'm not sorry. Yeah. Oh my God, O'Charlie's days.
Oh God, no, please no. But yeah, no, I would have to give up. I would have to give up the internet. I'm not saying it would be easy. I'm not saying, oh yeah, I can give up the internet and I can enjoy it. No, I would have to start reading more books, watch my old DVDs and stuff. Try to be more outdoorsy. Mm-hmm. It would not be pleasant. Would you rather find a rat in the kitchen or a roach in your bed?
Probably a rat in the kitchen.
What? Why?
Because I don't want Actually, I'm not really scared of roaches, so maybe a roach in my bed. But then it's like close proximity to you, you know?
Yeah,
like in your
I'll
bed.
be pissed off, sure, but like a rat in the kitchen just kind of scares me, and I'm just like, I feel like what food have you been around and stuff, and then I'm just like, I gotta throw out everything.
Yeah. I don't know. One time I had a roach like actually attack me.
No, yes. I mean I did too, but oh damn, that sucks.
It came after me because I tried to kill it and I didn't kill it, and like an hour later it jumped all the way across it was like up on the ceiling, and I was on the other side of my room, and it jumped all the way and hit me in the head, and it literally like came and attacked me like because I tried to kill it. Yeah, I'm not really scared of roaches though.
Yeah.
I'm not really scared of rats either. That's the thing.
Oh wow.
So
1 in a billion. I used to be scared of roaches. Like I lived in New York, and they're your next door neighbors.
Yeah.
Fucking roaches.
Yeah.
And I remember the day I wasn't afraid of them. I was over at my buddy's grandparents' house, and I was maybe 10 years old, whatever. And I was still low key afraid of roaches. And there was a roach in the kitchen, one of those big ass roaches. And like it was scurrying away in the kitchen floor. And his grandmother goes like, "Oh my God, somebody kill it." And it was coming close to me. And outside, I was just like, and I stepped on it. Inside, I was like, I was so mad that I had to kill it. I was so scared. But the moment I did, I was like, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
And so I got over it. But no, I still hate roaches. I mean, I'm just not scared of them. I just, fucking hate them.
They're just annoying.
Yeah. And one time I got in a 2-hour battle with a roach in my room when I still lived with my parents. And it was late at night because I'm a night owl. I was just watching TV and I saw a roach on my white door. And I was like, "Oh, motherfucker." And grabbed my flip-flop. And I wasn't scared of it. And I go to, kill it. And then it flies. Once it flies, that's when it scares me a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. What? Like, you were already scary enough, and now you can fly?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't need this. So, as I was about to land, it flies away, and then I'm trying to be as quiet as possible. This was like 2 a.m, but this roach is flying from wall to wall, and I'm just and like woke up my parents, and they were like, "What's happening?" I'm like, "There's a roach in my room," and they were like, "You son of a bitch!" But I finally got it, and yeah, and I looked at the watch. It was like 2 hours. It was crazy. Fuck roaches. Yeah, so no, and I care about my kitchen. Like, I care about my food. I can't have a rat in the kitchen, especially if there's people. What are they gonna think?
Yeah, I agree. Plus, they might be harder to like capture and get out. I don't know. I mean, I have a cat, so I probably wouldn't have that problem anyway.
Ah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, that wasn't an interesting one. I'm sorry about that one. Should have found a better one. All right, this one, last one. I kind of have one, but like, all right, gassy on a first date or on your wedding night?
Wedding night, you mean like after the whole ceremony, like on your honeymoon?
No, I'm talking about the whole shebang. I'm talking as you're walking down the aisle. I'm talking when he's reading his vows.
This is such a gross one. I'm a lady.
I know, that's why I had to pick it.
I guess wedding. Because like your partner like loves you for you.
I was gonna pick that, yeah.
Like they're not gonna care.
Yeah. First date, it's gonna ruin it.
Yeah,
like,
you're already nervous. You're not wanting to like have a nervous stomach, But
damn it, I'm sorry. I should have picked more interesting ones. Like,
man, I was trying to think of another one. It was like, would you rather be in one movie that blows up and you become famous from it, but you're never in another movie, or something else? I don't know.
You're onto something there.
Maybe like, okay, like you're in one movie and that's the only movie you're ever in, and it's great, but you're never in another good movie. Like, that's the one.
Okay, I think I have it. Would you rather be in one movie, it blows up, but you're not in any other movie, or in a very crappy TV show, but it's gone on for like 20 seasons?
Yeah, I think the one movie for me, because at least it was good, and it could be like iconic. People could always look to that movie and be like, "Oh, she did great in that role." But if it's like a crappy TV show, no one's gonna watch.
But it's gone on for like 20 seasons.
It's like Friends.
Hey, Friends is great. I don't know what you're talking about. What's this hate with Friends?
I'm just kidding.
Do you not like Friends?
I've seen like snippets here and there, and it's just not. I just didn't think it was funny.
Yeah,
but
like,
I never gave it a
I
shot.
just remember it was just so funny because I've always enjoyed Friends since I was a kid, and then all of a sudden, I think it started this year, last year, when the reunion was basically being filmed. That all this hate on Friends, I'm like, where this came from? Like, I don't know. I just enjoyed it. It's not like my favorite sitcom, but just this hate out of nowhere. I was like, what the fuck? Whatever.
Yeah. I don't know.
I was gonna say Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah, I tried to watch Grey's Anatomy, but it's so like tear jerking for no reason. It's like every episode you're like crying like profusely, and I'm like, I emotionally can't watch this anymore because like your favorite character dies every episode, and you're like, unless you're like emotionally like a psychopath and love to cry every episode, like.
But yeah, I think I would have to pick the one movie blowing up rather than the crappy TV shows, just because I want to have fun. Like, I love acting, and I don't want it to be such a drag. So even though you do have down days, it's like any other job, and but I rather, like you said, it doing well. People talk about it. It leaves a legacy, and every time somebody talks about it, it's in nice words instead of, oh, that show needs to like fucking end. Like, yeah.
Okay, I have another one for you.
Okay, good.
I just thought of it. Okay, would you rather look like Brad Pitt or, a really attractive superstar? Like, who do you think is the most attractive superstar?
Zac Efron.
Okay, would you rather look like Zac Efron but not have any of his clout or fame? Or would you rather look like yourself and have all of their clout and fame?
I'll look like myself
and have their clout and fame.
I'm very confident. If you asked me this 5-6 years ago, I would have said the opposite. But I'm a very confident dude, and like, I'd rather have the clout and stuff. Not that it would ever get to my head, but I'm me. I'm proud of me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Cool.
What about you?
Probably the fame and clout.
Yeah. But who's a superstar you
I'd want to look like?
Yeah.
Probably like Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
I think she is so beautiful.
She's, the way I describe it is, she's hot, but like, I don't know. It's just because she comes off as a bitch and stuff. So
Gotcha.
I see your physicalness, but then like that's all it is. And but if you're a cool person and you're hot, I think it goes like, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, if you look like Megan Fox and you act like how you act, then yeah, okay,
it's a done deal.
Done deal. Great. Oh, wait. I did have one. I was having fun with this at work. Let's see. Would you rather... Wait, crap. Hold on. I gotta remember. What was the alternative?
I know, that's what I was thinking about earlier. I was like, man, I can't remember.
Because, like, the fun thing about Would You Rathers is, like, you gotta make it, like, either extremely bad on both ends, or give them what they want and take something away, and then give them the opposite.
Yeah.
So, okay, I got it. Would you rather be able to travel anywhere in the world, but you don't have money to spend while you're at these places, or have all the money in the world, but you can't leave Georgia?
Wow. That sucks. Like, I can never leave Georgia.
You can never leave Georgia.
Ever.
I'm talking, you can't go to Tennessee, you can't go to Florida, you can't go to Alabama.
It's like, a part of me is like, if I have all the money in the world, I could just build my utopia in Georgia. But then again, like, you can travel and not have money at the time, but like eventually like have money? Or is it like never ever have money?
No, I'll be nice. Like, you can travel, but you're starting with zero.
Gotcha.
I'm talking, you
Like,
can't even get an Uber once
you're there.
you can travel. You're there. Once you're out of the airport, that's it. Like, you're starting fresh. But if you turn around back to the airport, you can go somewhere else.
Yeah. I probably want to travel.
You still want to travel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I just, like, I want to travel now. I just don't have the money for it, you know? So once I do get the money, I'm going to be traveling all the time.
Yeah.
So
let's talk about that a little bit. What's the, like, I have the unpopular opinion. What's the fascination with traveling?
I just want to see, because I've been stuck on the East Coast like my whole life.
Well, let me rephrase that. Sorry. Do you want to travel, the nation, or do you want to travel to other countries? Both. Like, I don't know. Like, I'd rather travel the nation. I don't care about traveling to other countries. I will. Like, I mean, I've been to Ireland and Puerto Rico and stuff like that. But, like, I'm not obsessed with it like other people. And not that there's anything wrong with traveling to other countries. I want to, like, basically, I'd rather just travel to Colorado and snowboard, travel to the beach, and I'm a simple dude. But if I date somebody and she wants to travel, obviously I would go along and I would have fun. But I'm not a traveling guy. Like, you'll never hear me say that besides Colorado or Florida.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be cool to travel just to like see, how other people live in that area. Obviously food is like a big thing for me. So like I would love to like go to all of the favorite restaurants and like experience all like what the locals like to eat, kind of experience that. And I like dressing up, so I think it'd be fun to like dress up and get like like vlogs. I know that's kind of like typical, but like I don't know, like kind of like document your experience. And so when you do bring it back to Georgia, you have all of these experiences and memories, and I don't know, just kind of like learn other cultures. I think would be cool, especially because like a lot of my ancestors are from like Europe, like that area. So I think it'd be cool to explore like all around Europe to all of my ancestors, like heritage, and kind of see what they do.
No, you have a good reason. Yeah. I don't know. I just have the unpopular opinion. Like I said, I'm a simple dude. Like, like this is what I said for years, that there are two types of vacation, or really three types, but I just like to talk about the two. Everybody thinks they're the third. There are two types of vacation people. There's the sightseers and there's the doers. There's nothing wrong with both. But I'm not a sightseer. I'm a doer. Like, if I go somewhere, my goal is to do something here that I can't do back at home.
Yes.
So yes, like looking at like, monuments and cool valleys and whatnot. Like, oh well, this is obviously not at home. I get it, but that's sightseeing, and I can live without that. But for me, I'm a thrill seeker. I'm an adrenaline junkie. That's why I gotta go to Colorado. I gotta snowboard because I can't snowboard in Georgia. So that's my mindset when I go somewhere. Is I gotta do something here that I can't do back at home. I don't mind sightseeing, but if that's not what the whole vacation is gonna be, and if you're talking about my fun level, like, oh my god, like this was, no, it's not. It's, oh, that's cool. All right, what are we doing? I already took pictures. That's it. Let's move on. That's just me.
I agree. Like when me and Madison go out to Utah, we're gonna go see the Salt Flats, which is a site. We're gonna go horseback riding, which is a do. So we're gonna be doing something while we see like the beautiful scenery. So it's kind of like a mix of scenery and doing. Then we're gonna go to the Homestead Crater, which is like a hot spring that's like in this big crater. Ooh. So it's like also a do while you see.
Yes.
And then we're going to the Arches, which is like you hike and it's like beautiful like canyon arches. So that's more of like a scene, but you're also kind of doing because you're hiking to it. So
yeah,
I don't know.
No, that's you got a good plan there. Man, I want to go to the Salt Flats. I have a buddy. He told me this crazy story, and he showed me some pictures how He rented a car, got the full coverage, and he tore that shit up at the salt flats. And there's this funny picture with them playing poker. They just put the car on cruise control and they were playing poker. Like the drivers turned around and all that stuff, and they had somebody take a picture.
Oh my God.
And I they were just holding out cards. I thought that was hilarious. And but yeah, I do want to go to the salt flats. I'm you got to take pictures, send it to me. I'm highly jealous.
Yeah, because you can drive as fast as you want.
Yeah, it's the salt flats.
There's like no speed limit.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's some idiot there, but no, it's huge. Man, that's awesome. Do you have another one? I'm trying to think of one. Well, this is not a would you rather, but like just a silly, what kind of superpowers would you want to have? You can have any only one though. You can't just.
I think I told you this when we went to Six Flags that day, but I'm gonna say it again. I'll say it once. I'll say it again. Be able to like have all of the knowledge in the world at my fingertips.
Okay.
So anything I want to know, anything, it just comes to me.
I'm just going to say this right now. If you have that superpower, I would never, ever want to hang out with you ever again. Because you want to know what wait, I say this with all love. Because, like, I love when hanging out with some group of friends and we're out at a restaurant and we're just talking about, like, oh, I wonder blank. You would be like, oh, it's because of this. You'd be that Poindexter.
Nah, I wouldn't be cocky about it to where it'd be annoying. I would just know it in my head and I just kind of like chuckle to myself like
okay, like.
I know the answer.
Okay, I'm kind of glad you said that because all right, let me say this. Do you know, to this day, I don't know. I still, to this day, believe magic is involved. Like, just saying. Do you know how bridges over water are made? I don't either.
I know that they have to go like deep into the water and like concrete into the floor.
Right?
But it's like, I don't know. I mean, you've seen those bridges fail. Some of them fail. And some of them are like,
oh man, screw that.
That'd be so scary.
Yeah. But I wonder to this day, and don't comment down below. I don't want to know. There's like one of my ex, we were talking about this and she sent me a link to like this, like, you know, what's it called? A fast forwarding video, like, you know, time speed is like 10 and they're moving really fast of building a bridge and stuff like that. Time lapse kind of thing. Of how a bridge is made over water. And I refuse to watch it because I like the mystery. You know, that's like one of those like conversations you're having at a restaurant. You just talk, do you know how bridges? I don't want the answer. Like, I like the mystery. I think magic is involved. That's just me. But I, to this day, do not know how a bridge is made.
So pretty much what they do is...
No, stop.
No, listen. Harry Potter comes in with Ron.
Okay.
They go underwater and they cast a spell.
Just do like Moses the Magica, water, you know.
Bridgeosa.
Bridge over water Yosta.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, me
superpower,
flying.
Yeah,
simple.
Flying would be cool.
I would love to be able to fly. And I already know that if I ever learned how to fly, or if somebody was like, hey, here's this power, I would become the most annoying person. I'd be showy-offy. I can fully admit that. If somebody's like, hey, you know, we're hanging out, we're at the restaurant, you should come by, I'd be like, I would make a dramatic entrance. I'd be like, have everybody outside. And they'd be like, no, DJ, we know what you... No, everybody be outside. And then I'll just do that superhero landing. I'll be like, oh, why is everybody here? Let's go inside.
You wouldn't want to keep your power secret?
No. Oh, I want people to be jealous of me. I wouldn't wear a mask. I'd be like, yeah, look at this. Like, I can fly.
This is real.
And then as soon as at a party, if I'm at a party and stuff, I would announce it, like, as I'm leaving. I'll be like, all right, I gotta go. Hey.
Blast.
All right, everybody looking? All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'd be such a jerk about it.
Wow.
But I would love to fly.
That'd be cool. I think, oh, wait, okay. I think I would like to, like, teleport.
Yeah.
Because that would save gas. I could go anywhere in the world without like a plane ticket at any time. That's another one.
See, I've thought about that because all my fantasy of having superpower has to do with traverse. Mm-hmm. Teleporting is cool. Don't get me wrong. Teleporting is beast. I don't know. I like I think I would enjoy the thrill of flying. Like yes, it will take me still some time to fly to X destination, but you can't. I don't think you would ever get bored of that.
Yeah. What if you like run into a plane or something, or get hit by a random like meteor that falls?
If I die, I die. If I die flying, I deserved it. Like, you know, I died happy. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Okay, first off, I feel like a plane would be easy to see. Yeah. Just saying. Meteor, I mean, how often? I mean, there are meteors that fall to the Earth atmosphere. They burn up, but I don't know where. But yeah, one could hit me. Mm-hmm. And if I die, I die. Whatever. It'd
be cool if, like, birds, like, followed you. You know, you're like, I'm your leader. Follow me. We're going down south for the winter.
Oh, man. Yeah, no. But I would love to teleport too, or run like the Flash, moving. I like powers to traverse. Yeah. I don't, again, because I picture, like I said, I picture what I would do. Like right now, if I got powers right now, what could I do? Mm-hmm. If I got, you know, like super strength or whatever, I'm not about to go fight crime or anything. I'm not. Like me, I'm not going to do anything really with super strength. Yeah. Like I never once in my life, or not once in my life, but there hasn't been a moment recently, like for at least a couple of months, or 2021, I'll say that I never thought to myself, man, I wish I was stronger or whatever. But I've always said, man, I wish I was there already. Yeah. When I got lost with Dylan after the concert, I kind of wanted to go home. If I could teleport, they're done.
Unless you're like gonna do like a bodybuilding competition for like hella money. You don't need it. You don't need super strength. Yeah. Like, it's funny because my 4-year-old nephew sent me that on like a message the other day. He was like, would you rather have super strength or super speed? Which I don't even know if he can read. So I was like, how did you send me this? Like, and I replied, super speed. Because like, speed who needs the strength?
Yeah. All right, Cam. Well, we did an hour and a half, like almost an hour and 40. So, Camden, thank you so much. I know this was time coming, but, you know, glad you were able to make it. Did you have fun?
Yes, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah. Now, where's your nervous level?
-5.
There we go.
Literally. Awesome. Like, I want to come back.
Okay, awesome. and yeah, and I know you're going to still be busy, but, you know, one day we'll still chill, you know, get a group going and all that. And that's message for all my listeners and viewers, whatever. If you're nervous, like, oh, I'm nervous, she's my living proof. You're going to be nervous in the beginning, but then you're going to relax. It's going to be fun. It's my job.
Don't be nervous. I'm like the worst at giving presentations and speeches, and this is fine. Like I'm sure you could tell in the first 5 minutes I was a little nervous.
Yeah, but then you loosened up. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh wait, real quick. Like I guess this is kind of my theme of the show. I say I guess. I don't even know my show, but I like your situation. You know, it's unique. You know, with you going to school and all that stuff, and you finding out what you want to do. Do you want to leave somebody with any advice that like, man, I wish I would have known this? It could be anything. It doesn't even have to be with school. Just advice in general, whether it's relationship or whatever.
When it comes to school, I would say don't take a lot of time off. You know, maybe like a year would be good, but I took a couple years off, which kind of sucks because, you know, a lot of my friends already graduated and I'm still in school. I know everybody has their own pace, but just try not to take too many years off. So that's on that. When it comes to relationships, I would say make sure you are happy with yourself before you can be happy in a relationship. And if you do end up, you know, ending a relationship, never like rebound and just go to the next person, because that's always been me. I've always just broken up, next person, next person. And I don't think that's healthy, and I don't think rebounds ever work.
No. I was somebody's rebound, but it like Granted, it kind of worked. Air quote. I mean, it failed. We were together for 3-4 years. But yeah, no, I 100% agree. Years ago, like when I was like my young 20s, I was about to be somebody's rebound, and I stopped it in its track because I knew my standard. I knew, but no, that's underrated. That I do think people should know that.
Yeah, because a lot of people will just follow their feelings and be like, "Oh, I'm lonely. I need to follow this route."
They don't want to be alone at the moment. Yeah,
but you need to feel alone, and I've realized that you need to feel alone.
It's not that you need to feel like just alone. You need to be happy that you're alone and stuff, and find peace in that.
Yeah.
Because once you find peace when you're alone, you become protective of it, and you don't want just anybody disrupting that peace.
Exactly.
Because if you're not peaceful when you're alone, then anybody can fill that void.
Yep.
You're welcoming anybody, and they can, you realize, oh, I don't like you. I was just desperate.
Yeah.
But if you're happy to be alone, and then you meet somebody who you think is going to interfere, you're going to have the, the strength, the standard to be like, no, you're not worthy of my peacefulness.
Exactly. And you attract what you put out. Like, I'm a big believer in that. Whatever you put out into the world, into the universe, your energy is what you're going to get. So if you're putting off this bad energy and you're always negative, you're going to get negative. If you're always positive, you'll attract positive. So yeah.
No, I agree with that. Like, I know some people, I've joked too with people, is all like, no, I attract the worst and stuff, but it's just life. But no, well said, well put. I agree with that. Well, Camden, we'll definitely have you on. Tongue twisted. No. We'll definitely have you back on in the future. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was it. Take it easy, guys. See you.